Hi, I'm Jim and this is Jim's Fix-It Shop, and I've finally got time to get on this 33-inch snapper I bought 2 years ago. It's 33 inches wide. It comes with a dethatcher on the front of it, and it came with a clamshell bagger on the back, which in itself is extremely heavy. It's all I can do to pick it up in one piece to get it off and on this thing. It came with, inside here, I don't know, you're probably not going to be able to see this very well. Inside the front frame, you can see the end of it here, and it goes across, the other end's over here, and it's welded in there at the factory. In a minute, I'll spin this thing around and show you the front. There is no burns in the paint or the sticker. This was factory installed because of the weight on the back of this thing to help counter-react it. These are the steel plates that were bolted on the front of this thing for more counterbalance. There is 8 of them. There are a little over 3/16 of an inch thick. And total, I just weighed these, they weigh 47 pounds. The front end of this thing weighs out at 48 pounds. I just weighed another snapper front end over there that still has the tires on it, and that only weighs 28 pounds. So this thing is really built. I put new tie rods on, as you can tell by the paint, new bushings on the tie rods, new bushing on the steering shaft. There is no play in it. And it will also have a new pilot bushing installed in the rear case when I get to that point. Now I'll spin this around before I move it. And show you the sticker on the front. There are no burns in the sticker and no burns in the paint. So that steel plate in there was factory installed. And here's the holes where all them plates bolt on out here. Now let me get this thing down on the floor and I'll show you the rest of this machine. This is one I'm going to build up into a monster. I am not going to paint it, but I am going to put all new parts in it. The front end, here's the parts I put in the front end already. These are all the bags from the front end parts. If you've ever bought anything from Parts Tree, everything is sold separately. Couple of slips here. Well, this one's like 700 and some, and this one is 400. This was going to be a brand new machine when I get done with it. Not only that, it is going to be a brand new Tough Series machine. I have 2 sets of these. These are rear fenders with ball bearings. No bushings. They don't make them fenders anymore. You can still get the bearings, obviously. And it's also going to have a new 63 tooth differential gear, but it is a 8 pinion gear. This is going to have everything in it that a Tough Series machine has, plus probably a little more. You set that over there. Doesn't want to stay without rolling away. I have a new short axle. I have a brand new long axle. I have a brand new hexagon shaft. I have the new pilot bushing. What do we got in here? We got new dust caps and seals. The seals are in here somewhere. Where's the heavy parts? Oh, they're in the bottom. It's going to have 2 brand new chains in the chain case and in the differential. The chain case will have all brand new parts inside of it. I've got all the bearings and seals in here for it. And in case you're interested in a 8 pinion differential gear, I have a source and I have 2 more sitting here. And this is the box mine came in. So if you've got a use for one, or you need one, you want to build up your machine a little heavier duty, I've got the parts for you. It's a little thirsty in here. So I'm going to get busy on this. I don't know how much I'm actually going to show assembling, because I get a lot of people that just, I don't know, I guess they're tired of watching. So let me know if you want to see this thing assembled. The front end's already done. All I got to do is pick up new bearings for the front end. I'm going to buy good bearings. They're $12 a piece for the front end, and you need 4 of them. I am not going to use the cheap ones that you can get from like Tractor Supply. They're like $3 a piece. They're just stamped out cheap bearings from China. These bearings are manufactured. They're machined, and they'll hold up a whole lot longer, especially with all the weight that front end carries. I checked the kingpins where the tires go on. I couldn't believe the shape they were in. The man that had this thing took care of it. It was always garage kept. He took it to a dealer in Traverse City, Michigan, and the dealer told him that, well, I could probably fix it if I really hunt for parts, but it's going to be expensive, and I won't be able to fix it again because you just can't get parts for them. Well, I can get all the parts you need. So I don't know. I don't think he just didn't want, there's a lot of people that just don't want to work on these anymore. So he sold it. One of my viewers actually found it. I don't know if it was on Facebook or what it was on, but he got a hold of me and said, hey Jim, I know you are closer to Traverse City than I am. He's not even in Michigan. And he said, there's a heck of a machine up there for sale. I'll send you pictures. So he sent me the information that was online, and I called the guy up, and he says, yeah, he wants to sell it, and the engine runs perfect, but it locks up when you turn a corner. Well, if you turn the corner to the right, you're okay. But if you turn the corner to the left, that pulled the axle assembly out because it had too much side play, and it cut a hole right through the cover. So every time that the axles moved over, the sides of the chain grabbed that hole and locked it up. The engine is a 17 horse Briggs & Stratton. And before I put that on, that'll be the last thing I do. I'll probably do videos on that. I'm going to drain the oil, I'm going to flip it upside down, and I'm going to pull the sump off the bottom of the engine. I want to check the bolts going through the caps on the connecting rod. Briggs & Stratton is terrible for them blowing up, and this thing runs great, so I don't want to have any problems with it. And I'll probably put a new lip seal on the crankshaft. It is not leaking, but once you disturb them, you're better off replacing them. And of course, you need a new sump gasket. It's got one of them stupid little plastic twist and pull drains. If you have one of them on your machine, get rid of them. They are super dangerous. They crack easy, and if you lose your oil, you're going to blow your engine, and it's not worth it. Get yourself a 3/8 pipe fitting, about, I think I get them 3 inches long, and then I use a cap. I don't use a connector and a plug. That makes it too long. You want to keep it shorter than the distance that you're going to have from your rear fenders down to the floor when you stand this thing up. While I got the engine on the bench, I'm going to pull the carburetor off and completely clean the carburetor so you don't have any trouble. And when I sell this monster, I will give you a 1-year warranty on it. So if something happens to it, you get it back here, I'll fix it for free. That's how much confidence I have in the work that I do. Especially with all these new parts, I don't know. So if you are interested in seeing the rebuild on this thing, let me know. Otherwise, I might just do little bits and pieces. Like when I get a sub-assembly put together, like the whole differential, I might do a video of assembling it to the fender. I'm not sure yet. But until next time, work safe, have fun, and buy yourself some new parts and fix up your snapper. It is winter. What else are you going to do? Talk to you soon. So long.